I have been keeping a little secret from you all for almost a year now. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here and for clicking on today's video. I am leaving for a 3-day trip tomorrow, but I felt like picking up the camera and starting the vlog today. First things first, of course, we have to do a little frisbee session with Miss Luna. I just got to the gym. I'm ready to go in and get a really good workout. Normally, Eric and I always go to the gym together. Like, even if we're doing different things in the gym, we always go together. But it's just me today because Eric is super busy with work and meetings and stuff all day today. So it's just gonna be a solo gym sesh for me. I get questions all the time asking what Eric does for work. We are so grateful that he's able to work from home. It works out perfectly, like with me being a flight attendant and him working from home. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting off track. Eric works in software design and development. But anyway, today is leg day, so let's go get this workout done. My workout was really good today, but now that I'm home, I'm hungry and I'm ready to make some lunch. Yesterday, all of my groceries were delivered straight to my doorstep from Hungryroot, and I want to show you everything I got. 2 little things of these cuties, some multicolored creamer potatoes, asparagus, a lemon, raw unfiltered honey, thyme. This is a superfood smoothie. Eric is really excited about this one. It is some cheesecake that actually has 11 grams of protein in it, a mixed berry and acai yogurt. Oh, this is gonna be a great meal too. So we got some of these pretzel burger buns, and then we have the ground beef patties right here. And we also have some chicken patties too. And then some other meat that we got, we have salmon, these spinach garlic chicken sausage, spinach ravioli, and of course I love gnocchi. I had to get some gnocchi as well, and some mini ravioli. I did not realize that I got 2 different raviolis. They both look really good though. Tomato marinara, basil pesto, Parmesan cheese, little grape tomatoes, and then as a snack, we got this Himalayan gold popcorn. A few reasons I love Hungryroot is because it's like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped into one. Most of their recipes can be made in just under 15 minutes or less, and there's no high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners, or preservatives in any of their food. Even though I'm a flight attendant, when I'm home, I'm a total homebody and don't want to leave the comfort of my house. Hungryroot is perfect because I can save time on meal planning, I can save money for holiday gifts by cutting down on food waste, and it also saves a trip out in the cold to the grocery store because everything I need is delivered right to my door. This looks delicious, you guys. I am so excited. I've never made a pesto dish from home, so as always, let's do a taste test. That is so tasty. Hungryroot did give me an exclusive offer for you guys that you can take advantage of. For a limited time, you can get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. You just have to go to hungryroot.com and use my code JettingJulia, or also scan the QR code on the screen. I would really like to thank Hungryroot for sponsoring this portion of today's video, for the delicious food, and for really truly helping me save time and money this holiday season. Game plan for the rest of today, I need to wash these sheets that I just bought. I got these from Kohl's. These are some nice flannel bed sheets. I bought these because, as they say in Game of Thrones, winter is coming. Since this house is older, it does not have the best heating unit, and if we were to put it on full blast, I was told that last year in the winter time, one of the heating bills was around $1,000 because it takes a lot to heat up the whole house. So with that said, at nighttime, we definitely wanted some warmer sheets. And you guys, if you see me in these upcoming winter vlogs walking around the house in a full winter coat, I don't want to hear you say a dang thing because it gets cold here and we're not about to pay $1,000 in a heating bill. So I'm going to wash these, pack for my trip tomorrow. I'd like to do some reading today and then probably just relax and hang out with Eric and Luna once he gets off of work. The zipper is stuck, really. I'm just gonna have to break this. Well, hopefully I can just get these sheets out like this. Whoa, that ripped. Oh well. Oh, these are nice. These are soft. I love the print too. So happy I got like the winter themed ones. Hi, honey. Yeah, look at these new sheets. Goodness, there she is. I just got to the airport. I'm getting ready to start a 3-day trip, but you guys, I cannot keep this in any longer. I have been keeping a little secret from you all for almost a year now. Before anyone starts making speculations, no, the secret is not that I am pregnant. I did not have a baby in secret. Eric and I did not go off and secretly get married. It is nothing like that. In January of this year, I started working on a secret project here for YouTube. The first video for that project will be the video after this one that you're currently watching. I've definitely teased the project a little bit with you guys throughout the year. For example, I'll be like, yeah, I went to this destination and I filmed footage for a secret project that you guys will find out about later in the year. And it's finally time for me to spill the beans and just tell you guys what it is. It's really not that big of a deal, but I'm just very excited for it, and it's something that I have worked very hard on, and I'm really excited to share it with you all. So the project is, I am doing a 12 days of destination series here on YouTube. This whole idea started because last year I really wanted to do something like Vlogmas where you're uploading every day on YouTube, but I was like, with my busy schedule as a flight attendant and just trying to keep my own sanity, I was like, there's no way I could do that. But I was trying to think of a really cool series idea for you guys that I could do throughout November and part of December. And that is where I came up with my 12 days of destinations idea, which is where every month starting in January of this year, I would go on an extra trip, I would work an extra trip, I would film an extra vlog, etc. in addition to my normal content, and I would compile it all together in one big series at the end of the year. So video 1, which will go live after this video, is from January, and then video 2 is from February, and so forth. Do you guys get it? So there's videos and footage that I have been sitting on literally all year, just excitedly waiting to share with you all. But I also think this is really cool because it's sort of like time traveling back in time. I can see like what was going on with my life in like January, February, March, like so forth. My hair was different. I was going on different trips. The series is going to encompass like me being based in Philly and then me being based in Dallas and then me moving back to Philly. It's sort of like a recap of the whole year in 12 different videos. The game plan for the rest of this year is this series will take us all the way through the rest of November, and I want to say at least the first half of December, and then I will probably take a break around the holidays. I will upload maybe a few different flight attendant vlogs and then a end of the year Q&A to close things out. That is the game plan for the rest of 2025. I can't believe it. This year has gone by so fast. But anyway, I am just so excited to share this series with you guys, and I hope you're excited for it too. But I need to head inside and get ready for today's trip, which I think I forgot to tell you guys where we're going. So we just have one flight today, and we are going from Philadelphia to Los Angeles. I just got to my hotel room in Los Angeles. The flight was good, but my goodness, it felt so long today. It was 5.5 hours. I am so hungry though. My stomach is growling. I desperately need to change out of this uniform, order some food, and then I want to watch the Love is Blind reunion. I just ordered dinner. It feels so good to take my hair out of this ponytail. Oh my gosh, like my scalp felt like it was starting to hurt just from my hair being pulled back so tight all day. But anyway, like I said, I just ordered dinner. I'm getting ready to watch the reunion for Love is Blind. So if you haven't watched Love is Blind before, it is a dating show on Netflix where they take a bunch of single people and they're put into separate quarters, and then you go into these pods where you talk, but you can't see the other person. So the whole premise of the show is like it's an experiment to see if you really can fall in love with someone sight unseen. And these people end up saying like, I love you, they get engaged, and then the next phase of the show after they get engaged is you go on a vacation where you get to meet up with the other couples. And then after that, if you're still together, then you go back home, you live like in an apartment together, you see what life is really like with this person, like with your jobs, with, you know, family, friends, all of that kind of stuff. And then if you take it all the way to the end, there's a wedding, and at the altar they literally say I do or I do not. Like, I do take you as my husband or my wife, or I do not. So it's always crazy trying to see like who will make it to the end and who doesn't. There, I think, are 9 seasons of the show. I haven't watched every season. I definitely watched like the first 4 or 5 seasons and then kind of fell off. I wasn't really interested in it anymore. But then this latest season, all of the people on the show were from Denver. And so Eric and I decided to watch this season because, as you all know, like we met in Denver. That's, you know, he grew up in Boulder, both went to college at the University of Denver. And so we decided to watch this season. The reunion is on tonight, so all of the filming has been done. Like, everybody has either said yes or no. I'm excited to see all of the drama unfold. Oh my gosh, I have this knot that was really painful. Ow. Okay, well, all right, that's done. Do you think love could be blind? Because for some of the couples on the show, it actually works out, and some of them are still married, but most are not. My opinion, I think love in that moment could be blind. Like, you could definitely form a bond with someone sight unseen, like through their voice, and they're sharing your story and almost developing some sort of like trauma bond. So I think that love could be blind. Like, I think that you could fall in love with the idea of that person, and that's definitely some form of love, but I don't think marriage is blind. Like, I don't think a successful marriage would work out too well if you never saw them, like if you never got to physically see them, because I hate to say it, but physical attraction is a huge part of a relationship. And that doesn't mean that you have to fit society's beauty standards, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But I would definitely want to make sure that my fiance and my beholder found me beautiful, you know? I also think there's just so many more things that go into a successful marriage other than just love. Like, lifestyles need to match. You need to probably like similar types of foods, like doing similar types of activities. I'm not saying that you need to be exactly like your partner. For example, Eric and I are pretty opposite in a lot of ways, but we balance each other out and we work very well together, and we have enough similarities that it's fine. But I don't know, some of these couples, I'm like, I don't know if I could ever do that. But if you watched this season, what did you think? Yay! Okay, you guys, so seriously, sometimes after a long day of work or a long flight, there is just nothing better than chilling in the hotel room, having some food to eat, and my show or movie on. It is just so peaceful and so comforting. The only thing that could make this better is if Eric and Luna were here with me too. But at the same time, my job really does allow me to have my own independence and my me time, which I really value. That really does help me feel recuperated and like the best version of myself. And thankfully with my job, like with the seniority I have now at 7 years, I usually really only work 3, maybe 4, most of the time 3-day trips a month. And on those trips, you're only gone for 2 nights. So really that's only 6 nights out of the entire month that I'm gone. So it's really not that bad. I am what's considered a low time flyer though. Like, I definitely fly close to the lowest amount of hours that we can. A lot of other flight attendants are not though. A lot of other flight attendants fly a lot more. I think that's one of the most awesome things about my job is the flexibility that it has in terms of hours, especially after you put in a few years of seniority. But anyway, let me show you guys the food that I got. Yum. So I have a lot of food here. I'm hoping that I'll be able to save some of this for lunch tomorrow. I got a Greek salad, and then I got a chicken bowl and some hummus on the side. The place that I ordered from, let me check the name of it. Okay, why is that not coming up? Okay, there, I finally got my phone to load. It is called Ella Greek Eats. So I am going to eat my dinner and watch my show. I do not want the light to wake me up in the morning. I'm gonna try to sleep in, so I'm doing the whole classic hanger trick with the curtains to make sure they stay all the way closed. I also have my little eye mask too, so I'll make sure I wear that while I sleep tonight, but I am gonna go to bed and I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Oh, I forgot to show you guys too. I have on my Halloween pajamas. I got these from Target and they are honestly so comfortable. Like the material is so soft. Good afternoon, everyone. This morning, I haven't really done a whole lot, honestly. I slept in and then I went and got a workout in, took a shower, and then really was craving some time outside in the sun. So I went on a walk and I ended up at this place called The Hive, which looked really, really good. I just picked up an acai bowl for lunch. I'm gonna sit out here in the sunshine and eat that. I got a classic acai with bananas, strawberries, granola. I think that's bee pollen. I don't know, there's like some sort of bee thing on here. Honey, and then I also had them add some almond butter too. While I'm eating, I want to read a little bit on my Kindle too. I started the thriller book, The Intruder by Frida McFadden last night. I think I read maybe 2 pages of it and then I knocked out. I fell asleep. So I want to sit out here, eat my lunch, and then read while I do all of that. Last night I did finish reading the Hollow Boys series, which if you like dark romance and Halloween themed books, highly recommend that whole series. It was amazing. I'm so sad that it's over. But one thing that I usually do in between like reading big series or longer books is I'll read a thriller, like something quick and fast paced. Frida McFadden is my go-to author for that because it helps me not get into a reading slump. I'm going to enjoy my lunch and read, and then I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. I forgot to mention too that I recently listened to The Coworker, which is also by Frida McFadden, on Audible, and that one was honestly not one of my favorites of hers. I would give it 3 stars, but even with that said, like, it was still really fast-paced, easy to listen to, it was quick, you know, all of that good stuff. But I just feel like the twist at the end wasn't as twisty as hers normally are. But so far, I am liking this one a lot more, The Intruder. It's about this lady named Casey, and all we know so far is that she used to be a teacher, but she somehow lost that job, and now she's living in this remote cabin in the woods, and her landlord is a total sleazeball. Like, he's really creepy. He is like constantly trying to flirt with her, and there's like this really big storm coming, and he made this threat to her. She was like, I'll fix your roof if you survive the storm. And so that's what's happening so far. She's like living in this cabin all by herself. Her landlord is really creepy, and there's this really big storm. And I'm assuming because it's called The Intruder, I'm just gonna take a wild guess that during the storm, she's gonna have someone try to break in, and that's probably gonna be like the big thing going on with this thriller. But yeah, her books usually only take me a few days at most to read. Some of them I can even read in one day. So if I finish this before the end of this vlog, I'll let you guys know what I think. I came back to my room and I just finished getting ready. I put on this blue and white floral dress and I got ready because I am gonna leave and go to dinner with my friend Ava when she gets off of work. Ava is a very close friend of mine. We have actually known each other since middle school. About a month ago, I attended her wedding and I did vlog that trip if you did miss that video. I need to order my Uber and then we can go grab dinner. Dinner was fantastic. Highly recommend that restaurant if you're in the Los Angeles area. I apologize, I did not get any videos of my food. Ava and I were just catching up and I was in the moment, didn't even think about bringing my phone out, which honestly, I feel like when you're catching up with a friend, that's how it should be. But what I did order was fantastic. I'll try to see if I can find a picture online of what I got. But anyway, our pickup is in 2.5 hours. I'm doing the red eye tonight from Los Angeles back to Philly. So I'm going to try to close my my eyes for a little bit, makeup and all. I don't care tonight. I'm just gonna have to try and get a little bit of a nap in before I get ready for work. Okay, that nap went very, very fast, but it was totally worth it to get to see Ava. Like I mentioned earlier, we just have one flight tonight and we are going from Los Angeles back home to Philadelphia. So let's make it a great night of flying. Okay, it is time for the question of the vlog. Hi, Luna. I thought I could hear you. Okay, nope, we don't need to kiss my face. Thank you, though. This one is a two-parter. What are your best thriller/mystery book recommendations? And also, what are some things about a flight attendant career that surprised you or that you didn't expect before you started working? Okay, thriller books. So I actually did finish The Intruder by Frida McFadden. I gave that book 4 stars. I did really enjoy it. I did not really see the twist coming at the end. Like I mentioned earlier in this vlog, if you are trying to get into thriller books, highly recommend Frida McFadden because her books are always pretty short, they're super fast paced and easy to read. However, one of my favorite thriller books is this one. It is called The Woman in the Window. This was so dang good. The movie on Netflix wasn't as good, but oh my gosh, this thriller was such a page turner, one of the best ones I've ever read. I also really enjoyed The Silent Patient. Another thriller that I thought was personally fantastic and I cannot wait for the movie to come out was Verity by Colleen Hoover. Now, I know Colleen Hoover has a lot of drama going on right now, especially with everything that happened with the It Ends With Us movie. All of that aside, the book Verity was one of the best, if not like the best thrillers I've ever read before. That was one of the first books that I read within one day, could not put it down. My eyes were glued to it. I mean, oh my gosh, it was jaw-dropping. All right, now some things that surprised me about becoming a flight attendant. I feel like this question is always kind of hard for me to answer because being a flight attendant was my first big girl job, like my first adult job out of college. I did have an internship after I graduated where I interned as a copywriter, but it was only like 20 to 25 hours a week. So I don't really have a lot else to go off of in terms of work experience. The only other work that I've really done outside of my copywriting internship and being a flight attendant is coaching gymnastics, like coaching summer gymnastics camps. With that said though, I don't think I quite understood just how exhausting the job actually is in and of itself. I also don't think I realized just how much it was going to completely change my life. It is one of those jobs that completely turns your life around and makes it something completely different than probably what it was before. And what I mean by that is it's a completely different lifestyle with traveling, with meal prepping, with eating out on the road, being gone more often than you probably would have been gone before. It's a completely different lifestyle change. Oftentimes you have to move to your new base, so it's a completely different city. The pay is different from a lot of other jobs. We are not salaried. We are paid based off of the amount of hours that we fly. I think too, when I first started flying, I didn't realize how much seniority you really need to have to hold international trips. In my mind, for some reason, I was thinking, oh yeah, within like the first 4 to 5 years, I could probably be holding international flights, Hawaii, etc. And that is just so far from the truth. But when I first started flying, that's just genuinely how I thought it might be. Now, of course, within your first few years of flying, of course, you can pick up those trips, you can trade into them, you can still fly those types of trips, etc. But you're not going to bid them and hold them based off of your low seniority. I am 7 years, almost 8 years into flying. This past September, I did hold London. And I do think that the only reason why I held this was because my company had offered voluntary leaves of absences. There were a lot of different flight attendants that were taking vacation time. And so I feel like because of those reasons, I was able to get onto those trips and hold them. But that is an anomaly. Like that is not something that normally happens. That is not like something that I consistently can get. I'm going to conclude today's video here. I hope that you all are so excited for my 12 Days of Destination series, which will be coming next. I am so pumped for this. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And I really hope that you all enjoy it. If you liked this video, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe because I would love to see you again in all of my future content. I hope that you're having a fabulous day and I'll see you next time. Bye.